Happy day one. My name is Raquel and this is Jessica. And we have a little man, Nolan, who just broke my tooth, who is joining us today. So we are health and fitness coaches. Some of you are new to this group. Some of you have been in this group for a while. And our mission is to help other busy women, mamas, non-mamas, just like us, live their best life. So we want you to feel busy, but not basic. We want you to feel successful with your body and your business and your life and your family. And today we're super excited because we're bringing you a concept. It's called intermittent fasting. Some of you may have heard of it. Some of you may be like, ooh, what is that? I'm not really about trying to starve to death. And let me tell you, we have worked on this for months and months. We have tested out what works best for us, what we feel is the best possible opportunity for you as a female to have success with this. So I don't know about you, but I tend to be an emotional eater. Anybody, excuse me, Noli? So if you ever feel like you have your life together, like we don't, okay? So if any of you ever feel like you're an emotional eater, please comment below and let us know. I eat my feelings, whether I'm happy, sad, stressed. Like this stress chaos right now, I could go eat a bowl of M&Ms to make me feel better. But so comment below and let us know. Maybe you're a kid snacker. I tend to snack on all my kids' food. Like, oh, I made you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I better test it. Oh, you didn't finish your chicken nuggets? I got it. I will finish it for you. So this concept is to really help you stop emotional eating, gain control over your relationship with food, and it's really going to help you get your body into a fat burning state. So burning more fat as fuel and really trick your metabolism into the way it's supposed to be run. We eat so often that our poor bodies never really get an opportunity to catch up. So that's what we're really excited to share with you over the next 3 days. You are going to learn a ton and you are going to leave more successful. Oh. Again, we have a little toddler with us, and this is real mom life. So, first and foremost, I'm going to talk to you today about what is intermittent fasting. So again, you hear the term fasting and you probably think, I'm going to be restricting food, I'm going to have to eliminate calories, maybe eliminate food groups, but that's not what intermittent fasting is. Intermittent fasting is an eating, they call it an eating pattern. I like to think of it more as an eating lifestyle in which you're alternating times between eating and not eating. Okay, so there's different methods that we're gonna go in, but at the heart of it, that's what it is. You have an eating window where you're able to eat the foods that you normally eat, and then the pantry, the kitchen closes, and you're gonna take that time to allow your body to digest and really start going into tapping into those fat stores for energy. So that's really at the heart of what it is. It's not a diet. It's not, eliminating food groups like I talked about. It's really that eating lifestyle that we are thinking about. Now, I will tell you, there's a lot of different methods out there, and we're going to break them down a little bit. However, as women, we have to know that you need to know what you're doing. And that's what we really want to break down for you is how to do it well. Because if you're not careful, it can really screw up your hormones. Women have different needs than males, right? So a lot of times we see men and they knew that they do this new eating lifestyle and they get shredded and it works for them. But as women, we're created differently. We're very hormonal driven. We have babies, right? And we have to provide for them, so that we have to take all of that into account as well. So we're going to break down what that looks like and really dive deeper this week. But first we want to talk into the different types of intermittent fasting that you've probably heard about, because there's different ways to do it. So we just want to kind of let you know what those all kind of look like. Yes. So also disclaimer, what we're talking about this week does not apply to breastfeeding or pregnant women. So if you are breastfeeding or pregnant, we are not saying to do this, so just FYI, because like she said, our bodies are made to provide. They're made to sustain life, they're made to feed life, and so our hormones are all over the place. So adding intermittent fasting while breastfeeding or pregnancy, that's a whole nother bag of beans that we're not gonna cover. So most common method, or one of the most common method, we're gonna talk about several, is eating in an 8-hour window. So it's called 16-8 method. That's when we're going to dive into more tomorrow. We're going to tell you how to do it, what it looks like. That is the method that we personally use. And it's shutting down your kitchen. So for instance, 7 p.m. is the last chance that you have to eat. So you shut down your kitchen at 7 p.m. at night, and it doesn't open again until 11 a.m. So this works great if you are somebody who doesn't like to eat breakfast, or you feel like you have chaotic mornings. It's one less thing you have to stress about and worry about, and it cuts your eating window down to 8 hours per day. So we're going to go in detail tomorrow, but that's one of the most common methods. The next method is called the 5-2 diet. And again, I despise that word diet. Like, let's just remove it. But this is what it's called, the 5-2 diet. And basically what that is 5 days you eat like normal, okay? 2 days are super restrictive. You're eating only maybe 500 calories. Okay, so
Terrible.
icky. People do it, they have success with it. For me personally, that's not realistic and not something that I'd be able to maintain for the long term. But again, that's one way that you can do intermittent fasting. It's called the 5-2 diet.
Next up is something called the warrior diet. So again, if you just Googled, you would see all these things pop up and it's super overwhelming. So we want to tell you what you would see and why we've chosen what we've chosen. So warrior diet is having a half of that 8-hour window. So you eat everything, all of your daily calories in a 4-hour window. Generally, people that are more on a paleo lifestyle and are men have success with this. So this is a better one for males, and especially males that are trying to do more bodybuilding style training. It doesn't work well with females and our hormones and our emotional levels. We just can't really make it that long, and it's really hard on our bodies to fast for 20 hours. Like, that's a lot of fasting. And it's a lot of calories that you have to get in a 4-hour window, which is tough, especially if you're running around and you're busy. It's just not realistic for females short term or long term.
So the next method is an alternating fast days. So basically every other day you're fasting. So let's say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday you're eating, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you're either 24 hours of not eating, 100% fasting, which again,
Crazy.
I don't think I could do that. Or you're being super restrictive and only consuming 500 calories on those every other days. So that's another one that some people have good success with. They feel like they can go to town Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, they're way more restrictive. Again, personally, we'll talk again more tomorrow about why we chose what we chose, but that's an option as well.
So the last option that we're going to talk about is something called Crescendo, and it's designed actually for females. It's more of a female approach, and it's a shorter, or longer, I should say, eating window, shorter fasting window. So it's 12 to 16 hours of fasting, but you're doing it only 2 to 3 days out of the week and every other day. I think this is a great way to kind of stair step and a great way to kind of like dip your toe in to see, okay, if this is something I can do. Because just like anything, it's a switch. You're changing habits. We used to be like, if I don't eat breakfast upon waking, I will cut you. Like, we were terrible. And then we would eat every 4 seconds after that, which is why I love this, because for me, when I start eating, it opens the floodgates.
Yeah.
And then I become hungry constantly, which it used to be fuel the furnace, keep your fire going, but I'm not too proud to say I was wrong.
Yes.
And I'm not too proud to learn, and I'm not too proud to grow and to figure out, okay, this is actually what my body needs. So with alternating, it's a great way to kind of step in. So doing Crescendo is, you're still doing the same number of calories. You can still do up to an 8-hour window of your eating window, but you're not doing it every single day. So you may do where you go to, you stop eating at 7 p.m., you don't eat again till like 9 a.m. to kind of test it out, but then the next day you eat as normal. And then you would do it every other day, maximum of 3 days per week. So we'll kind of talk about that a little bit more, but that was designed for women, and it's a great way to kind of see if it works for you.
So those are kind of just the Cliff's Notes version of what intermittent fasting looks like. Tons of different methods. Again, like Jessica said, we've been taught, I was taught in school, we have our master's degree in exercise sports science, and here comes our little toddler, where we were told breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You need to eat every 2 to 3 hours to keep your metabolism going. And research is showing different. It really is. We learn so much more in dietetics, and honestly, our bodies, our ancestors were hunters and gatherers. They didn't have food available to them 24/7 all the time, and they did go through those periods of fasting, and their bodies were machines, right? So it's kind of going back to that old school method of really fine tuning and being like really intentional and listening, intuitive eating, if you will, of how to make this work. But it's super important. We'll dive into how you do it, because like we talked about, as women, if you're not careful, doing this incorrectly can actually spike the hormones. There's hunger hormones called leptin and ghrelin that actually stimulate your body to be hungry, right? So if you get into that period of like fasting and you're not doing it right, those are gonna spike. You're gonna be extremely hungry,
and
right?
irritable.
And irritable, because we know when we're hangry is real, right? And then, first of all, you'll be miserable, and or you'll end up binging, because you truly are starving. Your body tells yourself, I'm starving, give me anything. And that's when you fall into, I don't know, a cheeseburger, right? So we want to make sure that doesn't happen, that we incorporate it in a way that is going to work with your body, specifically females. That's what we
know some females.
We know some females. And we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. What else?
Most important to know is this is not about cutting out food groups. So you won't cut out alcohol, you won't cut out carbs, you won't go crazy high on fats. So your macros will be at a normal, safe range for long term, and you won't be doing anything where you feel like you're starving. So same number of calories you would normally eat, same macros that you would normally intake for long-term success. Excuse me, Nolan, mommy's talking. But you're gonna get better results. So doing the same thing that we would recommend, we've been doing for a long time with how to eat your portions, what to eat. So you're still eating healthy and you're still eating great portions, but you're getting better results.
Yeah, and we'll dive into the nutrition of clean eating, macros, what that all looks like more tomorrow. But just know, if you're already somebody who eats healthy, who's a clean eater, this is just gonna take your results to the next level. You know, I've had 3 kids, and I swear since implementing this, I never thought I would get my abs back. This has really helped me lean out. If you are somebody who feels like you're in a plateau and you're like, I've lost a lot of weight, I'm on this right track, and I just can't break through the plateau, this is going to help you take it to the next level.
My energy, like
Yes.
I feel like my energy changes so much.
Sleep better,
I sleep
energy,
better.
brain fog, no more. So truly, when we teach you the method that we're going to teach you specifically tomorrow, you are going to feel a noticeable difference. But you got to make sure that you're doing it correctly. There's a lot of information out there, so just be careful on what you read in there. But our action item for you today, we want you to comment below with what are some areas where you feel like maybe you struggle with eating. Like Jessica just talked about food snacks. Like, oh gosh,
A little of this,
a little bit of this, I'll take a little bite of that. Maybe you're somebody who rolls through Starbucks every day and you have your sugary coffee and it's just part of what you do. Maybe you're someone who struggles with sugar in general. Like you
start your
crave
day
sugar.
with yogurt or a muffin, and then it kind of goes downhill from there.
Right. So let us know some areas that you struggle. Maybe you struggle with late night snacking. We work with a lot of women that struggle with late night snacking. And with this method, it'll cut it, right? And that's a habit that can be broken for sure.
Everything you do is a habit. So if you feel like, I want to change so badly, but I don't know how to change, we will help you. Everything can be adjusted. Everything can be changed. Habits are meant to be broken.
Yes. Okay, guys, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop your action item. What we asked you, where do you maybe struggle? What are some areas, or what are you looking to learn and grow? Because those that participate will be entered into a raffle to win a gift from us at the end of these 3 days, because we love to give gifts. Okay, bye, y'all.
Bye!